How are you all doing? Hi. Are you all right? Is everyone okay? Right, hang on. Let me just get myself sorted. It's honestly, everything is a struggle for me right now.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
As a few of you will know, we had the mods meetup at the weekend. So you guys got to meet the mods. I enjoyed myself a little bit too much. I ended up staying up for like 2 days. Once everyone had gone, I went to bed, but I had so much fun. It was lovely, and it was good for you guys to meet the mods as well. But yeah, what I ended up doing was I ended up making a remix. Well, not a remix. It's not even a remix. It's an original track. But yeah, I'm gonna be telling you more about that a little bit later on. Hi, DJ Leather. Have you just about recovered? I haven't. But I'm getting there. So yeah, I missed Sunday because I was just engrossed in making this tune. Is it Bob the Builder? No, there is a really big backstory to it there. Anyone that's on my private Facebook account will understand what it is. But it's basically my way of dealing with unsolicited, in this case, voice message from some random bloke who decided that he wanted to tell me how much he wanted to do things to me. You know, and although I've got quite thick skin, shit like that shouldn't be happening. So my way around those kinds of things is humour. So I've used his voice messages and turned it into a track. And then after that, you guys can download it for free. So you can have that. Take it, it's yours. So yeah, but that's going to be about halfway through the show. Gadget, yeah, I know it's really weird because I actually do have mutual friends with this person as well. I'm not going to out him and say who it is, but I do know that he is a bounce DJ, and I've made a donk tune. So I'm just hoping at some point someone might give it to him, and he might hear his own vocals and be like, "What?" But yeah, so around about 9 o'clock, I'm gonna show you that. So yeah, I've actually got an entry to my own demo drop today, so you guys can have a listen on here, and then if you want, you can download it for free. Hello, first time chatter, DJ Bippo. Hello to everyone else. So yeah, just bear with me today because my brain's not working as much as it usually does. So I'm really slow at getting stuff done. But you guys will probably not notice because it's probably all going to be the same. So yeah, let's just dive right in. So this is the demo drop if you're new. The demo drop is basically for artists, producers, to get your music heard, to get it listened to, and to give you a platform from which to spring from. We've had a lot of success stories with the show. People collabing that didn't know about each other beforehand. Tracks getting signed. People being able to get through their writer's blocks and production issues. You know, it's always helpful for us to get another extra pair of ears, or 30 to 80 pairs of ears. Clear Snip is a new style producer. Ooh. Now, did I do my... Let me just... Where's my phone? Okay, I'll do it when the first song's on. So let's just get started for now. So the first one we've got, this is a new person on the block. This is Nick Leclair Throop, and it's called Shame.
ceiling. Don't you know that's another feel? If you sing the same, then you know my game. I gotta get up to my destination, no matter when, no matter all night long, all night long. 'Cause me and Jeffrey in the backyard, we had fun till the dawn, till the dawn. Nobody tell me that you're feeling different than the worst night of your life. It's a goddamn shame to say your name. Blast it up with the beeping toms that creep around in this wooden song. It's a song I sing, 'cause I see your face. I get the feeling that you're hot and bothered, and it's all night long. All night long, all night long. 'Cause we had Jeffrey in the backyard and we had fun till the dawn, till the dawn. Nobody tell me that you're feeling different than the worst night of your life. All night long. 'Cause me and Jeffrey in the backyard and we had fun till the dawn, till the dawn. Nobody tell me that you're feeling different than the worst night of your life. Night of your life.
Yeah, I really do like that. I'm sorry, I look a bit distracted. I'm listening, and I also heard that song earlier as well. I'm just making sure I've sent off all of the alerts that I need to do for people, so they know that we're on, we're live. Nick Leclair, Throop, Shame. Now, a few of you mentioned there, like the 80s feel to it. There is a game that I like playing on VR called Synth Riders, and it has a lot of this style of music on it. Synth Riders it's like a Beat Saber, but without having to slash blocks. It's more of like movements and punches. So it's kind of like exercise as well. But this really reminded me of that kind of thing. I recognise the vocal. I think it's from something quite popular. I'm really old now, so I'm a bit out of touch with the newer stuff. But I really like that. I think this person should definitely continue with this kind of style. This style is so widely listened to as well, and I also like listening to things like this for studying in the background, that kind of thing. So you could really springboard your career as a producer by making this kind of stuff. Hello Luke Velarouk. So I really like it. I've never tried to make this kind of stuff or synthwave. But I do know a lot of very good producers who have got really into this style. It's got its own kind of like subculture to it. And yeah, timeless. Great word, Wilson. Good to see you as well. Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. So yeah, Nick, thank you very much for sending that in. You can tell you've got a lot of experience and a sound of your own. I think what I'm going to do as well, I'm just going to give you guys the SoundCloud link for Nick so you can go and follow him. Yes, DJ178, if you haven't received a reply, then it won't be on today, but stick around because we need producers like you in the chat to help give some advice, and like we said, an extra pair of ears and advice is really helpful for people. So yeah, I really liked it. Okay, so let's move on. Not forgetting as well, if you weren't here when I told you, I'm going to be playing a new one of mine that I made at the weekend. And you guys can see what you think of that. Where's my... so yeah. And I'll show you a bit of the background story to it as well. Excuse me. Oh my God. Okay, next up we've got Kyle Armstrong. And this is Digital Identity. T-Bone, thank you so much, darling. Right, guys, what did you all think of that one? That's Kyle Armstrong, Digital Identity. For me, I think it's nearly done, Kyle. I don't know if Kyle is in the chat. It seemed like a few of the areas probably needed a little bit of further padding out, maybe. I know that you've said that this is a work in progress and it's also unmastered, but your ideas are great. You had a really lovely chord progression right near the beginning as well, which I really liked. Really enjoyed that. And yeah, I love this style. It's really difficult to make authentic sounding hard trance or European hard trance. I find anyway. A lot of it, I mean, I know a lot of people do it, but I don't think many people execute it perfectly. This has got a lot of the elements that I look for when I'm buying European hard trance. Mainly a chord progression that surprises me, and it definitely had that in there. So for me, I don't really have anything to say necessarily on your sounds. They were all perfect. Like for this genre. Let's just have a quick look at the chat. What's people put in the chat? Yeah, really can't fault it. Yeah, it's a sound structure very similar to how I would structure a song. Yeah, I think it was really well done as well, guys. Hi, Licky Rabbit. Yeah, completely agree, guys. So yeah, that's great. Sometimes this is all we need in terms of advice, or just confirmation. Sometimes is nice that it's ready, because the hardest thing can be finishing a project and doing that final render and going, that's it now, it's done. Even if you think you could do more on it, sometimes it's important not to do that. I'm saying this to myself right now. Oh, fuck. Thank you, Kyle. Please make sure you send in some more stuff as well. So there we go, guys. I'm just going to leave Kyle's SoundCloud again. If you guys can get on that, please, and go and give him some follows. He's on 43 at the moment. And also is A&R to Juiced Pure Recordings. And he's Irish. Yay! I love the Irish. Whenever I go to Ireland DJing, it's one of the only times I feel normal. But normal in a good way. Because they're crazy. And I am as well. And yeah, it seems to... It just works, Red Misty's Irish. Yay! Hi, Rave Kids. You were going to send something in. Oh, okay, Ben. Yeah, get it in for next time. Get it in for next time. Yeah, don't worry if it's something that doesn't need any advice on as such. That's, you just want to give an airing to. Because obviously I get a copy of it then as well, so that's fine. But yeah, predominantly we do say the space is for people who need some help on things. But it's also really important to aspire to sound like something as well. So... yay! Hope you guys are good. But yeah, if you're new to all of this, guys, this is the demo drop, and what we do here is we listen to your music, unsigned music, unreleased music, so it can also be newly signed, but it's not actually released yet. That's okay as well, because I know that's also important for new and established producers, that if you just let us know that you've got something coming out. Merlin says, mastering and mixing is the hardest for me. It takes time. Sometimes best to go away and come back to it. Yes, and I'd say further to that as well, is sometimes it can be helpful for progression to get someone else to do that for you, because mixing and mastering in particular is a whole other thing. That's sometimes the problem now with the way that we make and consume music, is we have to be all of these things. We spoke about this before, where we said you have to be the songwriter, you have to be the lyricist sometimes. You have to be the mix engineer. You have to be the mastering engineer. You have to be the composition engineer. T-Bone, my God, thank you. Wow.
DJ
Nay, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Guys, can you all please say a big thank you to T-Bone there? Mate, that's really kind of you. And if you were lucky enough to get a sub there, make sure you go and say cheers, mate.
DJ _ quick _ subscribed.
Yeah, Richie, don't send in someone else's work, because even if you did get past me, someone in the chat would pick it up. And even if we didn't, you know, you don't want to be living a lie. You just want to
Twisty _ plays _ games.
That rhymes as well. So yeah. Okay, next up we have got. Now this is a nice one. Azimuth Man, and
Cool
this
Blue is
is
Murph.
The Raft. Wow. There we go. Azimuth Man, thank you so much for sending that one in. I think you were on the show last week or the week before as well. Amazing. Amazing tune. I appreciated the switch into triplets. That was really nice. Really, really nice touch. Yeah. Very, very progressive. I have a real soft spot for this kind of stuff. This to me is it's very heartfelt place for me, this kind of music. And someone mentioned as well, who was it? Was it Dean? Someone mentioned, or Dean mentioned, very Dead Mouse sounding, and it is. It really is. I really liked it. Yeah, someone said about filling out something. I think with this kind of music, the fact of it being progressive, it has to breathe. It has to have that space in which to evolve. So, yeah, Bosque says, this is one track I'd 100% never put a vocal in it. Yeah, I agree. Unless you did something with it like a blur effect or something, or, you know, worked it into something, you know, quite spacious to add another layer to it, but it definitely didn't need it. But yeah, I loved it. Loved it. Thank you, mate. Thank you so much. Right then. Next we've got People Like Us. And this track's brilliant. It's called Sharon Curley is Up the Pole. Oh, fucking hell. Right, here we go.
Sharon Curley's pregnant. Did you hear? Sharon Curley's up the pole. Sharon Curley's having a baby.
I don't believe you.
Jesus.
Jesus! Are you serious?
Who's she having it for?
I don't know.
She won't say.
She doesn't know.
Can't remember.
That shy, dirty bitch.
Poor Sharon.
The slut. I don't believe her.
That stupid bitch. She had that coming.
Serves her right.
Ah, poor Sharon.
Let's see her get into those jeans now.
Are you all right, Sharon? Are you all right, Sharon?
poor Sharon.
Let's see her get into those jeans now.
Are you all right, Sharon?
There we go, guys. That was People Like Us. Sharon Curley is up the pole. And now I know what that means. I being all innocent, thought that meant she literally like climbed up a pole. But I think what it means is pregnant or up the duff. Is that what it means? I've never ever heard that expression before. But yeah. But in the oven, yeah. Are you all right, Sharon? I love that. I loved it. It was brilliant. Someone mentioned as well that it's been a long time since I'd heard a track like this. I agree. And I also agree with whoever it was that said I like tracks that don't take themselves too seriously. It's fun. I'm going to remember this tune. You know, if I heard this in a club, I'd be like, oh, it's that tune. And I know, you know, I'd know I had the name of someone called Sharon in it. And that's really important, is to be able to get people to remember something about your tune the first time they listen to it. We all know a Sharon. We certainly do. Yeah, loved it. Really, really cool. Thank you. Thank you very much for sending it in. People Like Us are currently, let's have a look, where are we? It's Stefan Padden. Padden Records. So yeah, guys, please get following. Share the love. Okay, next up we've got okay, we're going to do Carl Pierce next, because I know Carl is in Australia. Good day, mate. And I know that you get up, don't you, at this time and go to work. So I'm going to do yours now because I've seen you in the chat. And then straight after this tune, we are going to do my little segue of my tune, my track that I made at the weekend, using a vocal from some random person that sent me some rather sexually explicit seedy messages in my sliding into my DMs. So yeah, I'll give you the full story on that in a bit after Carl Pierce and Emotions. There's my little folder. Carl Pierce. Take a bow. Take a bow. I'm really, really impressed with this. I'd say this is your best work. Really is. And I can see in the chat, everyone's agreeing with that. May, it's so, yeah, you've arrived, exactly. It's difficult making trance. This sounded instantly classic as well. Beautiful chord progression. Hi DJ Ali. DJ 170 out says, I want to be able to reach this quality. Well, then you will. You will. You have to just apply yourself. I've followed Carl's career for a few years now, and you can see the improvements, and I'm sure he'd say himself that that's the case as well. But it's just a case of trying. You've got to try. The only time you fail is when you stop trying. So, yeah, the bass really, but everything's got its space there. I love the vocal in it. Really, really nice. I'm going to be playing that as well in my uplifting trance sets. Yeah. Wow. May take a bow. Absolutely loved it. I haven't got anything else to add to that. You can have a nice day at work now, Carl. It's all down to the Tidy Pro course and hardware. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure that has definitely speeded things up for you. But you were destined for this. You were destined for it. You just got to put a bit of time and effort in. Time and effort. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. Thank you. Thank you so much for sending that in. Right then. So, okay. So on that note, we're going to listen to my tune that I made at the weekend. I'll just give you a bit of a backstory to it as well. Let me just get up my Facebook. Okay, so I need to be careful with this because I don't want to dox this person. I don't want to let everyone know who they are, even though they kind of deserve it, but I wouldn't do that. Where's my... Let's go on to my... Let me just go onto my personal profile because I have taken a screenshot of it here, and I took out all of the things that you can identify this person as with. Okay, so here's the picture. I'm just gonna I shouldn't be embarrassed, right, because this is what they sent me. And it wasn't just this. The other bit that I haven't got right now is the first thing they sent me about 4 months ago. The first thing they sent me was... Let me just get an image up here so I can show you. Image. Okay, so I'm going to do that in a second. Let me just find my Amber page just so I can read you what he wrote to me. So this is basically some guy who sent me some voice messages a while ago, which I ignored, which is the best thing to do. Sometimes my humour gets the better of me, should we say, and I end up replying, and that's kind of the worst thing to do now, and I really do honestly believe that, but I had to work this through myself in order to know that this is true. But it's definitely the best thing is not to say things to these people because they can get off on that anyway. But this is actually somebody who is a DJ as well. He's a bounce DJ. But and we do have some mutual friends. Do you know what? Facebook has changed so much that I can't work out how to look at my messages without going on my phone. So stupid. 1 second. So. Okay then, so I've never spoke to this person either. I'm just reading off here what he said. So get ready, trigger warning, unsolicited metaphorical dick pics in the shape of voice messages. Okay, so you need be single, ready for your pussy be eaty like Pringle. Jokes aside, baby, you fellow a lucky fucker. And then we've got some emojis next to it. Then he sent me some voice messages, which you'll hear in the tune very, very shortly. I also put them on my Facebook for anyone who wants to use them in a track. I put them on there. If you want them, I mean, the ones that I've left on my Facebook they're not treated. I have actually treated it now, so there's less noise in the background and stuff. So if you do want that, then just let me know. But I'm going to play it first of all, so you can hear what this is.
Not into that.
Okay, on.
I could be married and I'd still be a savage. I'm joking. Just don't tell the fella. I'm not into that. I could be married and I'd still be a savage.
So basically what he's saying, after we took ages in deciphering it, is... Right, he did sound Welsh, but then he goes into Mancunian. Like, it's really weird. Like, his voice changes, like, halfway through. So... let's just do it again. Listen.
I could be married and I'd still be a savage. I'm joking. Just don't tell the fella. I'm not into that.
So he's saying he could be married, but he'd still be a savage, whatever that is. I'm joking. Just don't tell the fella, because apparently he's not into that. Like, I've never spoken to this person ever, and yeah, he's telling me, you know, like, don't tell your father. I'm not into that. You know, I know you don't. I know you can't turn this down, but you know, I'm just, yeah. So, oh god, I had a laugh about it, a big laugh about it, but I never replied to him. And he followed it up recently. I think he thought, oh, she didn't reply. Maybe she just didn't see it. So he's bumped it up. He wasn't even embarrassed by what he sent before. There was no, oh, mate, I'm sorry, I was a bit drunk, or, you know, it was to the wrong person. He could have fucking lied, you know? So he's followed it up the other day, and this is why I decided to, like, do something about this, but by not, like, having to do anything about it. But I do it in a much better way for me, which is to use my humour. So this is the second message that I got. So here we go. Let's read this together. Hang on, it's not all on the screen at the moment. So we got... when you're free, how much you charge and where you live? I'm asking about DJ lessons. LOL, by the way. Nothing X-rated. LOL. I'm genuinely serious. You're a legend. Get mental health. I had troubles. Do fab all round from what I've seen. Me, a genuine paranoid schizophrenic, but a mental health recovery worker. I was a dealer, but now a legit businessman. I got stabbed up at Pier and was besties with MC Wizard. But now I'm a DJ sober. LOL. I got no family. Only my son. Pepsi my kindness as a weakness, but I'm me. Small little circle, and after getting divorced and losing my life, apart from me gaff, I'm stronger than ever, DJ wise. I just want to do live or mobile jobs. Not asked about rep, etc. Just want to polish my skills. I've no mortgage. Get my mum's pension, PIP, and wage. I know it's gonna read crazy when you get this, but you want a day's work a few times a month. I'll pay what it costs. I'm good on the beat matching, mic effect, and any genres mixable for me. I can beat match with Vane. Now I don't know what all that means. If that was all it was on its own, then fair enough. I would have probably even replied, but it wasn't. It was after all of the sexual things that he said that he was going to do to me. I know, right? Okay. And this is the problem with, this can be an issue for people like me who are quite outgoing. I do stuff with mental health and I am a very bubbly character. Sometimes, just sometimes, people take that for being easy or being overly empathetic, and I'm not. But I won't out this person, but I am extremely disappointed in their inability to keep what they're thinking here. Just keep it there, or go and have a wank, you know. Don't send me voice memos and shit like that, because this is what's gonna happen. All right. So yeah, I had to find a way to be able to make this okay for me. And I have my way to make it better. And I want a few of you, if you ever have anything like this happen in your lives, you can make fun of it as well by transmuting that into something comedic, something productive. And that's what I've done today or this weekend with my mods over when we did this tune. Okay. I've even done the artwork for it, and the artwork is actually from his profile picture, and it doesn't show him. I'm going to make sure that I'm opening the right one first before I show it you, because I don't want to unnecessarily dox him. Where's my folder again? Okay, so it is. It's not that one. Photos. Okay, there it is. So it is. I've called the song's called Savage Cabbage. So this is. I'm just gonna definitely make sure that I'm not doing the one which isn't my covered up picture, because I'm not gonna do that. But I do know who this person is, and I know that I have mutual friends with them, and I know that he is a bounce DJ. So this is the artwork. Here we go. There we are. That was his profile picture without the cabbage there. This is what I'm having to contend with, guys. This is just, look. That's not sexy, all right? This is this is what boys do to impress other boys. You think that females are finding this attractive, right? We're not. And we certainly don't like it when people say that they're going to eat our pussy like a Pringle. You know, especially when we got boyfriends or whatever, and you know that as well, and you think that this is an okay way to communicate your lust, because it's not. So there we go. I'm not annoyed at you. I had a right laugh when I saw it. Dave Gray was with me, General Bounce, when I got your second message through. And yeah, I wish you a lot of love, and I hope that you stop doing shit like this. But I'm just going to be laughing at it for now. So there we go. That is... And this is the tune, okay? So let me just go and find it. And you're going to have this as a free download as well, guys, straight away afterwards. So here we go. Where's my... But yeah, I managed to find... I used to get really upset over these things, guys. I mean, don't think I'm being heartless or anything, but there comes a point where you have to start fucking standing up for yourself. And my way of doing that is through being creative and not letting people like that get to me like they used to, because it can be very scary. And yeah, there you go. So here we go. This is Savage Cabbage.
You could be married and I'd still be a savage. I'm joking. Just don't tell the fella. I'm not into that. I'd still be a savage. I'm joking. Just don't tell the fella. I'm not into that. Or you could be married and I'd still be a savage. I'm joking. Just don't tell the fella. I'm not into that. 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 I'm joking.
So yeah, There you go, guys. That is Amber D. Savage Cabbage. And you know what? This is reframing, neuro-linguistic programming, if you will, in the mental health world. It is taking something that could have been quite traumatic or hurtful and reframing it, taking a snapshot of it. So, you know, I hope this helps anyone else out there who's also had to deal with getting a shitty voicemail or something off somebody or anything similar. You know, there's always a way that you can reframe things and gain some kind of control over the things that we can't always be in control of. So, but yeah, I'm glad that you guys like that. And yeah, thank you to my mods who allowed me to get on and do this at the weekend. Yeah, so that they were all here while I did the track in the studio. And when I eventually went to bed, I left it till today. Gave it another mix down and that, and yeah, it was good to go. I very rarely finish tunes. So, you know, maybe this is a good way for me to get around my own procrastination. But now the track is down for, you can now download it. I put it on a scheduled release on my SoundCloud. So right now, here you go, everyone that's in the chat now. Here is the download link. Hang on, I haven't made it downloadable yet. Let me just change that. Metadata, permissions, enable direct downloads. Yeah, play it at your heart's content, till your heart's content. To your heart's content. There you go. That should be downloaded. That should be downloadable now.
I could be married and I'd still be there.
Oh dear. Make sure you give me a follow on there as well, guys. But yeah, and yeah, if you want you can download that. I left the cleaned up version, and I did spend quite a lot of time cleaning this up. So if you haven't got certain software or experience yet in cleaning up vocals, I have done that. It's at the beginning and the end of the track. I think the one at the end of the track is also timed to 150 BPM. The one at the beginning also is, but it's not phase. It's not. It is still kind of like in 150 BPM, but I just made it shorter. But yeah, the one at the end is 150 BPM, so you can just cut that out. But the main thing is it's just denoised, and there was a lot of noise around it, as you can imagine, with it just being a voice memo from a phone. So there you go. David Hart, thank you. And thank you as well to Claire, who has resubscribed it as well. So yeah, there you go, guys. That was Amber D, Savage Cabbage. I'm glad that you guys have enjoyed it, and thank you for all the kind comments on it. Right then, next up. Right. We'll do this one in a little bit. We're going to do Mada first. I've got another fun one to do, but I'm going to put that right at the end of the show. But it's funny. So next up we've got Mada and Mada Nation. This is brilliant. Where's my... So disorganised today. What's the date today? 12th, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, it's my girl's birthday today. They're at their dad's today, so we're going to be doing a party for them at the weekend. Right then, this is Mada and Mada Nation. Let's go. Sorry, that was me skipping through then, don't worry. guys. That is Mada and Mada Nation. I love the name of this. I love that name. And I love your style of stuff that you do as well. So, you know, this is, again, a really strong track. It just sounds like it needs a bit of a mix down. I know it is mastered. It just sounded a little bit low. Maybe it was just that. Or it just sound. I mean, I can see the waveform that's completely full here. So perhaps I'm just thinking it because of it in reference to my track, which is quite loud. But I really like it. Global Awakening Records is, of course, Mada. But yeah, I really liked that. I think is the vocal that you've used there the Renegade Master one? Because if it is, I quite like how you've used that. I really do. And yeah, your sounds are great. Your sounds are really good. It reminds me of that then. It reminds me of... It does. Listen! Don't laugh! It does sound like that. It does. Fucking is. Right, it sounds like it. But you'd know because you put it in, so. Hi, Lee Buxton. Yeah, it does sound like Renegade Master, doesn't it? Thank you. Yeah. But absolutely not in a bad way. Absolutely not in a bad way. I wonder what it's saying then. It does sound like that to me. Yes, it is reminiscent of it. Because I was going to say that was a really clever use of it. Because what I presumed you'd done was you had taken how we hear Renegade Master from, say, like the downbeat, and then just moved the sample, like you moved the vocal, so it wouldn't have been starting in the place that we usually hear it. And I thought you chopped it up a little bit, but you hadn't. So, but I love it. I love it. There is the layers here. So nice. This bit is so nice. So fucking nice. Thank you for sending this to me so I can play it. Royalty-free loop, royalty-free off Loop Cloud. What? Do you know what? I'm going to start using Splice and Loop Cloud. I do it the hard way, and I go through my hard drive of like stupid amounts of audio, and you know this way that you're doing it, it's a lot simpler. You can even search by key. They're all gonna, they're gonna be good quality. Yeah, I agree there, babe. I'm gonna try Loop Cloud. I've also used Looperman. Is it Looperman? Might be Looperman. And also, of course, Splice. But yeah, mate, loved it. I really loved it. Thank you so much for sending it. Yeah, Looperman. Yeah, cool. Yeah, they have. There's quite a few of them now. There is quite a few of them, but I think this is probably the best way to go because, or if I'm stuck for maybe time, or I don't want to start going through my folders because it's just a big thing for me to do. I'm going to get on Loop Cloud and Splice and things like that instead. Give myself a bit of a break, huh? Exactly. Right, next up we have got. Thank you again, Mada. That was ace. Next up, we've got Bass Providers, and this is Contact. bass providers. You definitely provided the bass, without a doubt. I lived it. I've heard it twice now, and both times I've heard something new in it. It is retouched from 2005 as well. So with that in mind, that is a pretty decent track. The bass is amazing. I like the change up in it. At first I thought maybe it was too much, but it's not. I like the move into the triplets. You've got a sound here, and I like it a lot. Bass to feel, yeah. Someone said Scooter earlier as well. Yeah. I don't know how much of this is like using samples as well. I like to rip bass samples when I make hard trance, European hard trance. So I rip stuff from my old vinyls. I find it quite difficult to make authentic sounding stuff from scratch with this, especially with, you know, not having the hardware that they would have had back then. So yeah, I love it. Thank you so much for letting us have a listen to it. And guys, make sure you go and follow bass providers of bass.
This is not over yet.
Yeah. Thank you, Patefs, for the follow. David Hart, thank you for the 100 bits as well earlier. Mama Claire, thank you for resubscribing for 7 months. Massively helps the channel. And T-Bone, mate, thank you again for your the subs there. Yeah, so next up we have got Wilson Serrano. Okay, this is Hideaway featuring Like Blue. Like Blue. Like Blue.
I wanna be free, free of all these haters chasing all around me. Around me, free to fall in love and chase all my dreams.
Yeah, I really like that one, sweetie. That was Wilson Serrano and Hideaway featuring Like Blue. Yeah, the only thing on that, and this is why it's important to have a different set of ears sometimes, even if you are as good a producer as our wonderful friend Wilson here, there was a bit too much either side chaining, limiting or compression on that vocal, which you could really hear when it was on its own. So there you go. It was just ducking it a little bit too much. Easy fix. The rest of it, amazing. Really, really nice. It reminded me of Sash, maybe. Like 1 and 1, something like that. Hello, DJ Steve Podmore. How are you doing? Are you recovered from our mod party? Hi, Craig Fudge. Soothe 2 VST for vocals is your friend. Okay. Oh, fuck, yeah. Excuse my language. I don't know why I'm saying excuse my language. I fucking swear for fucking one. God damn it. There you go. See, I was trying to be polite then, and it didn't take, did it? It didn't last very long. Anyway, what was I going to say? Soothe 2. I've not got that yet, but a few people have mentioned it now. I've been using Ktra 3, the isotope one, and it's got a really good automatic vocal sorter outer. So it de-esses, it compresses, it EQs. Doesn't always get it right, so it's always important to know how to do those things yourself. But it is, particularly the de-esser on it is really good. So there you go. But yeah, this isn't really something that is the problem or something to be treating the vocals with it. It sounds like there's something on top of the on the chain, which is ducking down that vocal. The vocal itself was lovely. Voice of an Angel, yes. Yes, indeed. But yeah, I really liked it. Again, it was amazing. And yeah, please go and follow our friend Wilson. Dr. Drew Clute has a hardware de-esser. Wow. Who did the vocals? Carl is asking. Let them know in chat. Next we have got Bosque. Let's. That's what we do every time we see Bosque in chat. Is we go lads. Bosque. Yo, Bosque. Lads, like that basically for ages until he leaves, and then when he comes back we go Bosque, lads, and the whole thing continues and just spirals into mayhem. Okay, this is your tune. Let's go.
take from you your innocence, your pride, eventually your soul. These eyes cannot see, human eyes see. Behind these eyes one finds only blackness, the absence of light. These are the eyes of a psychopath.
Okay, that was Bosque, and these are the eyes. Some really, really strong ideas in here. Really strong ideas. I felt like I wanted the kick and the bass to be more prominent. That's the only thing. Oh, where's my chat gone? That's the only thing I can think to say in terms of. I'm thinking about this in terms of as a DJ. What I need in a hard house tune, and I need the kick and the bass to really come through. I think maybe this is like when you've got all of your elements together, that's where it's more obvious that that's what I need. It sounded quite mid to high end as well, so I'm not sure how you're making your music. If you're making it on, you struggling with the mix down, yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It's fucking weird because when you go to mix down and then when you're pulling up all of your elements, and it is so tempting to just push the kick and the bass without working on all of the other sounds, but it won't work because obviously stuff will clip. There's only so much room that there is there. So things that I do is I bring everything back down on the mixer. Everything back down. So kick, bass, all the bus channels. I will. The only thing I keep the same is all of the fader all the faders on the which are connected to a bus group, and then I just move the bus group fader, just to clarify if anyone's not sure. And then what I do is I start with the kick, bring that up to I don't know because I gain stage first, and then I'll have it a bit lower, about -6. So let's say -6, and then I'll bring up my bass bus group, and so that those are where I want them, and then everything else has to be underneath those volumes. If I'm struggling at that point, once I've done all of that, then I'll go back in it and shape stuff. So making sure that I've top and tailed with EQ on anything, and sometimes making sure I haven't top and tailed too much on things. I'm just having a look at your messages here, because sometimes that's all that is. Well, that can really help is by just starting again with the mix down, going into all your individual sounds and shaping them down. Is there anything that you know, without losing the information? Obviously, it's a bit of it's very subjective. Hello, Stretchy. This one in the breakdown have been ass faces. It's good that you are having problems, because when you've had a few good tunes and then you're coming across problems, this is the time when you're learning, because you'll work out where the problem started from and how you got round it. And sometimes it is mind over matter. We have to lose our emotional investment in some of the pieces that we kept in there. So we could have spent ages and ages working on a bass sound, for example, and then a bass layer for that sound, and then all of a sudden, when everything else is in, we're like, no, fuck, this isn't working. But you keep it in because you spent so long on it. Because we have that emotional investment. Sometimes we just have to let that go. I'm persevering. Breakdown, I kept going. Almost binned it, but didn't. And that got #1. So I won't be giving up. We'll keep attacking it. Yeah. And not always attacking either. Although for you, if that's helpful for you, you go attack them, you little scamp. Sometimes the best thing to do is have a break. Sometimes the best thing is to have a break. Sometimes the best thing is to leave the room. Even if you don't want to have a break. I'm like that when I get going. I don't want to have a break. But what I will do is I will make myself go out the room. I'll go and have a wee. I'll go make myself a drink. I might have a bath. I might just get changed because it changes up my energy. And I'll think about something else. Or do something else. Maybe like play Words with Friends or watch funny animal videos. And, you know, because it puts my mind state and puts it somewhere else for a bit. And when you do that, you can approach, and this works for everything you've got problems with in life. You can approach something and have an aha moment of, that's the answer. Oh yeah, that's what I could do. Oh, maybe I could try this. When you're attacking things too much, when we are hell-bent on getting this mix down right, getting it finished, come on, you can do this. It's really difficult to actually get it done. Sometimes the easiest thing, the best way to do it, is to just come away from it. Let it go. Let it go for a bit. It is like Scrabble, Words with Friends, yeah. Always give the old ears a rest, yes. Yes, always. I remember Guy, my other half, Guyver, who's a very big European hard trance producer, for anyone that doesn't know. I remember Guy went through a stage a few years into our relationship where he just made music constantly. He didn't like, it wasn't stuff that he would usually be making like you guys would know him for. It was quite close to when he'd got sectioned as well. But he used to make a lot of like really, really obscure music and just spend like hours now, days and days sometimes making this music. And I'm like just keeping an eye on him, make sure he's okay. But that was his way of like dealing with his stuff. And he put a few bits up on SoundCloud, and there were just so many mistakes, like in terms of things peaking and distortion. And for someone like him who should know better. And people came back to me as well, and they said, "Is he okay?" Like other producers who really respect Guy, and like, he's put these tracks up, and they're just like way over limited, or they're just completely distorted. And I said, "Yeah, I'll have a word with him." And he didn't notice. He didn't notice, and he was like adamant that they were fine. But it was because he wasn't having any rest at all. It completely fucked up his own vision for his own stuff. Like, that's how bad confirmation bias can be, and being hell-bent on needing this to be finished, or needing an escapism like music, which it was for Guy at that time. He needed to just lose himself, and it didn't really matter to him at that point because he was using it as a way to like just distract himself. But you know, that's again that's a big life lesson for him. And one as a producer, and you know, he's fine now. He's fine now, but he couldn't hear it. Is the point? He couldn't hear it himself because he had ear fatigue, and it was blind, like musically blind or deaf. There we go. I was trying to think, what's blind for ears? It's deaf. See you later, Wilson. Rest is just important as imagination and ability. Oh my God, so true. So true. The crazy thing is, though, when inspiration hits us, and I had this at the weekend, we don't want to lose it. And there is an aspect of that you can keep going if you're enjoying it. Until you're not having fun. If you're not having fun, then you just leave it for the day. Maybe a week. Some people are really, really well trained and disciplined. They'll leave it a week before they do a final mix down and send it out. And that's another thing that's important. If you can try to not do this, it will be helpful. Try not to upload stuff to SoundCloud for people to listen to until you've had a rest. When your ears have had a rest. Because I promise you... Can I get a hi yeah in chat, please, as well? Don't use the sound alerts because they don't work. You will want to change something. Guaranteed, once you wake up and you go back to it, you'll be like, oh, shit. And then you've got to take that one down. But once it's out there, it's out there. There's no sucking it back in again. Hi yeah! So yeah, but yeah, Bosque, well done, mate. Really, really proud of you. Well done. Right. So to finish, we have got, just for fun, Pete Woodward. Do you remember we said, was it on a demo drop? I think it might have been on a demo drop. I hope it was. I think we said last week about Postman Pat, or someone said something about Postman Pat, like doing a remix of Postman Pat. And as luck should have it, Pete Woodward has done a remix of Postman Pat. So I thought I heard my doorbell go then. No, I didn't. I thought I did, but it didn't. So yeah, we have got a version of Postman Pat. It's really good. It really is. It's really funny. It's quite long, so we're not going to listen to all of it, but we're going to listen to some of it. Okay, let's go. yeah, it's not that long actually. It's about 4 minutes long. Cool.
And it's black and white. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the clothes that he wears. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat, and it's black and white Pat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the clothes that Sue is wearing.
Oh, how amazing is that, eh? Pete Woodward, Postman Pat remix. Take a bow. Take a bow. Do you know what my favourite bit is? It. Where is it? And that. Fucking brilliant. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. And yeah, you guys have been amazing, as always. How cool is that? I would love to be that free, to be able to make silly tunes like that all the time. And this, again, going back to the track that I done at the weekend, it was easier for me to finish because of the comedy value in it. And maybe there is some wisdom in that. I believe that there is. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'm raiding you over to my good friend Dev-N6 right now. I'm going to go and join you as well there. I'm going to go get myself some food. Postman Twat! Yes! Richie, you are so funny. I love you. Right, and I will see you again, guys, Thursday. Mwah! Love you.